The Liberals are finding sneaky ways to make sure their favorite pet causes are getting some of that sweet COVID-19 bailout cash, while also continuing to make sure that Christian charities can't access government funding at all. After years of legal battles, the Liberals are still finding ways to use the Canada Summer Jobs program to reward their friends and punish their enemies, those in civil society who refuse to bend down and toe the Liberal Party line. Do you remember the Canada Summer Jobs program? It didn't used to be controversial, but it is now. Let's do a bit of a Coles Notes version of the recent history of the program. The Canada Summer Jobs program, which provides funding to cover some of the salaries of summer students, was nearly immediately turned into some sort of ideological carrot on a stick by the Liberals after they took power. The Liberals suddenly required, out of nowhere, an attestation of values, which were basically the values of the Liberal Party of Canada, before organizations wanting to employ summer students could qualify for these government grants. The attestation insisted that both the job and the organization applying for the grant's core mandate respect individual human rights in Canada and the values underlying the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So far, so good, until they included other rights. These include reproductive rights and the right to be free from discrimination on the basis of sex, religion, race, national or ethnic origin, color, mental or physical disability, or sexual orientation, or gender identity or expression. What this meant is that your local Christian summer camp operator running programs for at-risk youth, or the Evangelical Soup Kitchen, helping the homeless, or the St. Vincent de Paul Society, helping women fleeing abuse restart their lives, or other organizations maybe helping teen moms go back to school, were the ones being discriminated against for their religion. They were being denied funding unless they violated their conscience rights, which are actually protected in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. All the while, anti-oil organizations like Reid now qualified for this funding. What has ensued in the subsequent years is legal challenge after legal challenge to the attestation and the rewording of the attestation, and much of the work fighting for conscience rights is being done by our friends at the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. However, now, after all these constitutional challenges and pushback from people who aren't even Christian, but who just care about the government not caring about how someone feels about abortion or transgenderism before they can feed a sandwich to a homeless person, the Liberals have figured out a bit of a workaround so that they can still give the Summer Jobs program money to their friends and ideological allies. And Blacklocks has the story today behind their paywall. MPs will choose which employers win 100% wage rebates for hiring students under the Canada Summer Jobs program, Cabinet said yesterday. The Ethics Commissioner has already cautioned against sweetheart subsidies for friends and family. The $263 million a year program had paid 50% subsidies to approved employers who hired full-time students for at least 16 weeks. The COVID-19 changes would see subsidies increase to a 100% subsidy, including part-time hires, and extend payments to February 28, 2021. All applications to the Department of Employment are submitted to individual MPs by writing, allowing them to veto any particular candidate. The long-standing practice prompted a federal lawsuit in 2017 when 3 Liberal MPs in Toronto, Mississauga, and Guelph, Ontario rejected applications from, yes, you guessed it, Christian charities over their views on same-sex marriage and abortion. A total of 2,031 applicants were rejected in the past 2 years. I bet so many are Christian. Ethics Commissioner Mario Dion, in a 2019 advisory opinion, also cautioned MPs against conflicts of interest in picking eligible employers. Your spouse or common law partner might work for a not-for-profit organization or own a small business that applied for a Canada Summer Jobs grant, the commissioner wrote in his notice, Canada Summer Jobs Program grants and similar federal programs. If the department has recommended the organization receive a grant, you should not make any recommendation in respect of the proposed grant. Friends, since when do the Liberals care about ethics or violating ethics laws, Trudeau broke 2 ethics laws. Once for taking a vacation at a millionaire's island, and another one for pressuring and then firing the AG because she refused to bend the law and let corrupt Quebec engineering firm SNC-Lavalin off the hook for all of their crimes. And everyone east of Winnipeg still elected Trudeau. Now, even in the midst of this global pandemic, the Liberals are still flaunting how little they care about parliamentary ethics rules, and they're finding creative ways to discriminate against Christian charities. I guess some things never change. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. One of the best ways to help us here at Rebel News is to make sure that everybody knows about us. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and ring the bell so you never miss an upload from us. But also, if you still want to help us, you can go to helprebelnews.com. You can donate on that page, and we rely on the support of people like you at home because we will never take a penny from Justin Trudeau. How could we hold him to account if we do? That's helprebelnews.com.